Mother and daughter had just stepped into the elevator when the daughter sensed something was off. "Mom, it's not raining outside. Why is that man carrying an umbrella?" "Hush, don't speak." When the elevator reached their floor, Mom hurried out with her daughter, but just as she was about to enter the door code, she noticed the man in black staring at them. As Annie hesitated over the code, her daughter started talking again.
880.
Fortunately, the elevator doors had already closed. Still uneasy, Annie changed the code, just when she thought the danger had passed. The doorman called.
알겠습니다.
At first, she didn't think much of it, and went to the doorman's office to pick up a package, but when she opened it, it was completely empty. As she was puzzling over this, her daughter suddenly called. She said there was a delivery person outside the door, and asked if Mom wanted to open it. This made Anne realize something was terribly wrong. She hadn't ordered any delivery. She suspected the person was definitely that eerie man in black, so while instructing the children not to open the door, she ran towards home. Just then, the sound of someone trying to open the keypad lock came from outside. Fortunately, Anne had already reached the elevator lobby, but no matter how long she pressed the button, the elevator wouldn't budge. Realizing the children were in danger, Anne chose to climb the stairs. Just then, the noise outside suddenly ceased. Brave Alan ventured to peek outside, but the next second, the sight instantly terrified them. Fortunately, Anne returned just then, as they were still reeling from the shock. The black-clad figure suddenly lunged forward, and quickly shielded the children with her body, and screamed for help. This finally scared the figure away. She then quickly dialed 911. Her husband rushed home upon hearing the news, to identify the masked assailant. The police promptly reviewed surveillance footage, but the figure had worn a helmet the entire time, making identification impossible. The police asked if they had offended anyone, though the man outwardly denied it. He already had a suspect in mind, his brother, who had served time in prison. It turned out that as a child, his brother's face was covered in pus-filled sores, to avoid being mocked. One day when a neighbor's girl was brutally assaulted, he deliberately lied to the police, sending his brother to prison. Realizing the masked man might be his brother, recently released from prison, Jack immediately went to his brother's residence to investigate, but upon entering the rental unit, he found it utterly ransacked, barely recognizable as a lived-in space. To track down his brother's whereabouts, Jack knocked on nearby neighbors' doors, yet the moment they heard his brother's name, they all refused to speak to him. Just as his confusion deepened, he suddenly noticed several neighboring homes marked with symbols outside their doors. After investigating, he discovered the square symbol represented men, the circle represented women, and the triangle represented children. What puzzled him was the checkmark symbol on his brother's door. What could that mean? But just then, the family waiting for him downstairs encountered a terrifying incident.